Hello everyone, welcome to Unacademy Studios Race, the largest channel for UPSC preparation. And my name is Vijay Kumar, and I'm an educator on Unacademy Plus platform, and I'm going to come with some of the innovative courses on the Unacademy Plus platform as well as on Unacademy Studios Race. Clear? So, and in such kind of platforms, clear, I have launched one of such kind of courses which is called as mastering geography through MCQs. Clear? So let me show you, let me make you understand like one of such kind of platforms where you can crack civil services. Clear? So before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Vijay Kumar and I have did my BTech from civil engineering from JNTU Hyderabad, and also I have masters in my geography. Along with that, I have 5 years of teaching experience, in geography subject. Clear? And I have already guided many students who have cracked the civil services. Clear? I have guided many students in cracking civil services with geography as optional. And you might have got it out like why I have opted teaching as my profession, because I am very much passionate towards teaching. Clear? So I am also very much passionate towards teaching geography for UPSC civil servants. Clear? So let me move further. Clear? Let me show you one of the best platforms in India, which is Unacademy Plus platform, which is the only platform where you can crack your civil services through by just sitting at your home. You can crack your civil services. You can just understand like Unacademy Plus platform is the only platform where you can crack civil services by just sitting at your home. And you might have got it out what Unacademy Plus platform is. It is one of the online platforms in India which is providing the coaching for UPSC CSE, that is Union Public Service Commission, along with civil service examinations. It is providing the coaching for prelims as well as mains as well as interview. Clear? And if you see the Unacademy Plus platform daily, let me examine this statement. Like daily you would be having 30 plus live sessions. Can you just imagine 30 plus live sessions in one day? 30 plus live sessions are recorded on daily basis, whereby the classes which are present, the live classes which are present, that would be either on history, on geography, or on economy, or on polity. Clear? Daily you will be visualizing like 30 plus live classes on this platform. Along with that live classes, you would also enjoy the doubt clearing sessions. Generally what we have planned is for every 4 lectures we are planning a doubt clearing session. Why? The reason behind this doubt clearing session is just let me explain you. Like for example, you have studied the concept of X, Y, Z and A, and just you are moving to further concept called as B, and just you do remember this further concept has to be revised, otherwise you will forget that particular concept. That is the reason why in this vacuum we would be keeping doubt clearing sessions for all these 4 concepts. That is the major aspect which is present on the Unacademy Plus platform. Along with the live classes, you would be having like doubt clearing sessions. Along with that, you will be having good amount of mock tests. Like mock test would be based on NCRTs, on the specialized books, and you would be experiencing the grand test, and you will be writing somewhat approximately 100 test series before you attend for your preliminary examinations. Just let me make you remember that this test series which is present, that will make you evaluate. For example, let's examine in for such sense, like you have written the first test and you have got 30 out of 100. Like so you will at least know so that you have to walk 70 steps more. Done. Like let's examine, you have scored 40 out of 100. This will make sure that more 60 steps have to be walked. Done. So on this basis, when you see, this test would be helping you, and on every regular basis you will be having quiz on the basis of every course. Like for example, if I am making mastering climatology, by mastering climatology 1, 2, 3, 4 you will be having a doubt clearing sessions, 5, 6, 7 you will be having a quiz, 8, 9, 10 you will be having a doubt clearing session, and again a quiz. In this way, every time the repeated quiz will be helping you in all the instance so that you evaluate yourself. Along with that, you will be experiencing the personalized learning. Like what is personalized learning? Generally people, like for example, they will get a doubt on what versus online and offline coaching platforms. This is the doubt generally the students get. Clear? So generally, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? Let's see. Offline coaching will only opt you to visualize one time, but online coaching will visualize n number of times. Like for example, if you have not understood the concept of president, you can see it for n number of times, and apart from this you have an advantage. Like for example, this offline is situated 15 kilometers where you stay. Done. And for traveling this 15 kilometers, let's take the example of Delhi. Done. And for traveling this 15 kilometers, you take 2 hours of time. 2 hours of investing to go to the class and to return back from the class. So you will be like wasting your 4 hours of precious time. Just sit for 4 hours on the online platform, you will learn many things. This is the basic advantage what you get from the online platform, and I'll let you know how the online platform, like how you go to online platform and how you will be rewinding the online platform. But before that, let me show you some of the images, like where many faculty have obviously tried to examine all the concepts which are present in UPSC, and they have extremely tried enough that some people have made a course on economy, and the same people have made a course on science and technology, and the lady who is standing here, they have made a course on polity, and also some other faculty has made a course on like current affairs. And in this way, 79 plus educators, again I am repeating this statement, 79 plus educators including me have done awesome courses on all the subjects which are required for UPSC. Clear? So let me show you how to reach over here. Clear? Before reaching over here, let me say you what are the mock tests which are conducted. See, 6th and 7th, 7th and 8th, 8th and 9th, 9th and 10th, 10th and 11th, 11th and 12th, and all these mock tests which are present, they are very much helpful. In your preparation. Clear? Again, I am making you sure that this mock test will make you evaluating yourself. Let me introduce how to go to there. How to go to that particular platform. Clear? So just open your Play Store and drop Unacademy Learning app and just drop install button over there. Install button over there. You will be redirected to this page, and when you would be redirected to this page, just click on the plus button. When you click on the plus button, you will be just redirected to this page, and just click UPSC CSE. Whatever your goal may be, let it be Staff Selection Commission, let it be UPSC Assistant Commandant, like the CAPF Assistant Commandant, whatever the examination you may prepare, just click on that so that you will get the subscription. And when you click on the subscription, these are the deliverables which you would be having. But I suggest students, why? Because I suggest students just to go for 12-month course or 24 months. Why? Because the exam itself is of 1 year. Like June में prelims होता है, फिर May में result होता है final. So this is continuously 1 year examination. The process itself is 1 year. So I generally suggest students, like, they have to write the examination for 1 year. Along with that, they have to have 1 year preparation. Along with that, they have to take 24 months of coaching. And people who are still graduates, they are in the last year of graduation, better go for this option. And people who have took the coaching already and retrying for this examination, just go for 12 months. If you bear this period with us, then absolutely you will find success. Absolutely 100% result, 100% result, that either you will become IAS, IPS, IRS, or whatever it may be, you will be getting into the services. Clear? What is the reason behind it? Because most amount of faculty, like all the best faculty of India, like मुझे ये लगता है ना, like मुझे इकोनॉमी मृणाल सर से ज्यादा कोई भी नहीं सिखा सकता. Like रिजवान सर जब भी ज्योग्राफी पढ़ता ना, वो ब्यूटीफुल लगता है. Along with रिजवान सर we are working, Dipanshu is working, Vijay is working, along with Mrunal sir, every faculty, like more than 79 plus educators are working on this platform. Clear? So in this way you can visualize all the lectures of all the faculty by just subscribing to the platform. Just it is very nominal amount, like coaching institutes which take huge amount from you, they may take very large amount from you, but we are charging very nominal. And ismo bhi like already discounted rate is 35,000, but when you use the code of Vijay and when you click on the apply button, just you will be redirected to this. 10% directly मिलेगा. ये प्रोमो कोड जैसे आप जोमैटो एंड स्विगी में यूज करते हैं ना प्रोमो कोड, वैसे ये प्रोमो कोड को यूज कर लीजिए एंड आपको 10% डायरेक्ट डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. एंड ये एक साल के लिए भी नहीं, लाइक यू विल ऑल्सो गेट दिस ऑफर फॉर 24 मंथ पैकेज. लाइक आप 24 मंथ पैकेज देख लीजिए, विजय का कोड यूज कर लिए VIJAY, and when you click on the apply button you will just redirect it. See what happens when you click on the apply button. Just give me well. This is what happens. Clear? See what happens. Directly 56,000 changes into 50,400. Clear? So this is what the strategy of Plus platform, and please do subscribe on the Plus level on the Unacademy Plus platform so that you will enjoy all the lectures which are present on the UPSC. Let me introduce the first MCQ. Like first MCQ, I'll be just giving you 30 seconds of time. 30 seconds of time for visualizing this question. Not more than that. Let's start. क्लियर? ये क्या होता है अब देख लेंगे. Like first question is like shallow focus earthquakes occur on transform boundaries. पहले ये समझ लेते ये transform boundaries होता क्या है. Like if you see this, see when the boundaries, when we have the boundaries moving, sliding each other, like पहले का boundaries होता है ये convergent boundaries which move far from each other, they are called as divergent boundaries, and these are called as transform boundaries. Whenever you find transform boundaries, you will have mild earthquakes. Along with that you will have mild like what's so called as fault formations. So let's examine this. So shallow focus earthquakes occur along transform boundaries. This is absolutely right. Why? Because we have different types of earthquakes, like shallow focus earthquake, intermediate focus earthquake, and deep focus earthquake. We have three different types of earthquakes. Shallow focus ये होता है like which is very near to the earth surface. Intermediate focus ये होता है which is somewhat deeper, and deep focus earthquake that doesn't even reach the earth surface. In this sense, the shallow focus earthquakes which are present, the shallow focus earthquakes, they occur along the transform boundaries. This is absolutely true. And transform faults are formed where the plates slide bypass each other. If you see, when the plates would be just bypassing each other, the gap which is created, that is called as transform fault. Hence this is absolutely true. That is the reason why we have earthquakes. And let's come to the question. A is correct and R is appropriate explanation of A. This is absolutely right answer, where you can acknowledge that this option would be the perfect answer, which is mentioned either in your UPSC papers or any other papers which are asked in the examinations which you may appear. Clear? Let's move into the next question. I'll give you 30 seconds time. For every question I'll be giving you 30 seconds time. Because ये क्या होता है ना, like for every 1 minute हमारे को solve करना होता है one question को approximately. होता है 120 minutes but करना होता है 100 questions, but approximately I have made it 1 minute per every question. That is the reason why I am making you understand, I am making you to try the question for every 30 seconds. This is the major reason why I give 30 seconds. And अब time शुरू होता है, देख लीजिए. And the time is done. So assertion ये बोलता है like I'll be giving you maximum assertion and reasoning questions. Why? Because UPSC always tries to test you at very lowest levels. एक 40 क्वेश्चन ऐसे मिलेंगे आपको like assertion, reasoning or consider the following statements. Clear? So let's see what the assertion. The distribution of earthquake provides information about magma pathways and the structure of volcanoes. This is absolutely true. The world distribution of earthquakes coincide very closely with that of volcanoes. This is absolutely true. And hence A becomes the option. Clear? Let's check the answer for this. More earthquakes directly beneath volcanoes are caused by movement of magma. जैसे भी earthquakes होते ना, like on the surface when earthquakes happen, that happens because of the volcanic magma which moves. And magma exerts pressures on the rock until it cracks. Every time rock cracks, it makes a small earthquake. So every time when there would be a volcanism, we would be experiencing the earthquake. Clear? So hence let's move into the next question. Yeah, यह बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है, बहुत बार रिपीटेडली पूछा है. यूपीएससी सीएसई में नहीं पूछा है तो यूपीएससी जो भी एग्जाम्स कंडक्ट करेंगे ना उसमें तो जरूर पूछा है क्वेश्चन. मोस्ट वॉल्केनोस एंड earthquakes इन द वर्ल्ड आर लोकेटेड एट. अब आंसर बताइए प्लीज. Whenever you find the answer, please do comment. Please do comment. Please do comment. Where are almost all the volcanoes and earthquakes? This is the belt of Pacific Ring of Fire, and this is the belt of mid-oceanic ridge. Maximum whenever plates collide, like Pacific plate is colliding with North American plate, Pacific plate is colliding with South American plate, and in this way every plate when it collides with each other, we would be having occurrence of volcanism or earthquake. And you can observe this whenever we have plate margins, यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, whenever we have plate margins, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, like plate margins, like Pacific plate is coming in contradiction with the North American plate, and the Pacific plate coming in contradiction with South American plate. So whenever you find a plate boundary, you will be finding most of the volcanoes, earthquakes, and hence plate margins is the absolute answer. Littoral zones of the major oceans, this is blindly wrong. Clear? Within the plates तो ये होगा, within the plates तो होगा, but maximum नहीं होगा. But within the plate margins you would be finding maximum volcanism and maximum earthquakes. Let's see. Clear? So just try to remember this question. I have already in the previous lecture I have mentioned about Pacific Ring of Fire. Try to remember this. And this is mid-oceanic ridge of the Atlantic Ocean. And mid-oceanic ridge Atlantic Ocean में नहीं, like ताकि Pacific Ocean या Indian Ocean में भी रहेगा, but ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा largest mid-oceanic ridge is found in the Atlantic Ocean. The next question, and the time starts now. So let's see what is the option. See, let me explain. This is the point where the earthquake originates, and this is the point where the earthquake will hit the maximum nearest perpendicular, the nearest perpendicular to the origin of earthquake is called as epicenter. So the place where the earthquake originates, it is called as focus or hypocenter. Let's see the answer. Clear? The point where the energy is released is called as epicenter. Here energy is being released at the epicenter, right? Absolutely right statement. Absolutely right statement. If you see, the energy is released at the epicenter. Done. So hence option 1 is absolutely true. Next, the energy waves traveling. The energy waves traveling different directions reach the surface. The point on the surface nearest to the epicenter is called as hypocenter. This is also absolutely right. So the nearest perpendicular is also called as hypocenter, and both the options are right. You can see over here, focus or hypocenter. Clear? So these are both the absolute right statements. So there is no doubt in at all, like in this question, that you would be getting wrong. Like these, both the options are perfectly right. Let's move into the next question. 30 seconds time. So here let's see, like earthquakes are most prone to occur in areas where, like wherever we find areas of active volcanism, like let it be Pacific Ring of Fire. मैं समझा देता हूँ, like ये पुराना क्वेश्चन है बट यहाँ पे समझा देता हूँ. लाइक यहाँ पे एक्टिव वॉल्केनिज्म है, along with that you also have active earthquake zone present in this particular region. Clear? So along with this, if you see, then at active volcano zone you have earthquakes and large reservoirs. like Koyna Dam जब भी construct हुआ था, when Koyna Dam was constructed, then because of the mismatch happened between the land surface, we had earthquake. So hence large reservoirs, when they are constructed, it is called as reservoir induced seismicity. Hence we would be having earthquakes. There are tectonic fault planes. So whenever we experience tectonic faults, wherever we have experience of fault regions, those regions would be experiencing the earthquakes. Hence all the above, wherever we find active volcanoes, wherever we find large reservoirs, wherever we find tectonic faulting, that would be the maximum zone of earthquake to occur. Hence D is the option. You can check out the solution. Active volcanoes, volcanic earthquakes; tectonic faults, tectonic earthquake; large reservoirs, this is reservoir induced seismicity. Do remember this whenever you write your answers in the mains. Please try to remember the reservoir induced seismicity. Whenever you construct a reservoir, because of which the surrounding regions will experience the earthquake. Now let's move into the next question. With reference to seismic waves, consider the following statements. 30 seconds time. अब देख लीजिए आंसर. लाइक सो इसमें ऑप्शंस क्या दिया हुआ है? प्राइमरी वेव्स देख लीजिए पहले, पी वेव्स और प्राइमरी वेव्स. वेयर आर पी वेव्स और प्राइमरी वेव्स? क्लियर? सी, पी वेव्स और प्राइमरी वेव्स इन दिस जंक्शन. सो पी वेव्स और प्राइमरी वेव्स आर द फास्टेस्ट काइंड ऑफ seismic waves and consistently the first to arrive on the seismic station. Hence they are absolutely true. And S waves, secondary waves, can only move through solid rock, not through liquid medium. That is the reason why whenever you see the seismic waves, the secondary waves, they doesn't pass through liquid. Whenever they have the liquid coincidence, they will move away. Hence they appear on the earth's surface. Hence absolutely, when you see, the sea would become the perfect option for you. If you could see this diagram, you would be knowing about this perfect thing. Like P waves, clear? So secondary waves, see, they are not passing through that particular medium which we have. Now let's see the next question. 30 seconds time. Consider the following statements with reference to earthquake waves. Body waves are generated due to release of energy at the focus and move in all the directions traveling through the body of the earth. Clear? They will travel throughout the body. Like, let me examine like this statement. Like for example, if these are body waves which have been started, they will move as body waves until they reach the surface of the earth. Hence, absolutely, statement number 1 is right. And the body waves interact with the surface rocks and generate new set of waves called as surface waves. As I've shown you, when the body waves reach the surface wave, they would be most destructive. They would be called as surface waves. Hence, absolutely, this would be the true statement. And if you see the next part of the question, the denser the material, the lower is the velocity. It is not true. The denser the material, the maximum is the velocity. Hence, option 3 is obviously wrong. Hence, you can eliminate whichever options may have 3 and you can choose C as your perfect option. Clear? So, C is the perfect answer. You can visualize the answer which has been created, and I have given explanation of some of the concepts which are present. Body waves are generated due to the release of the energy at the focus. Interaction between body waves and surface rock generate surfaces. Denser the material, higher the velocity. Clear? So please try to focus on these concepts which are present. Now let's move into the next question. Which of the following regions of the world is not seismically active? Like, this is somewhat analytical question. Seismically active regions दिया है, seismically active नहीं है, वो regions बताने के लिए बोल रहा है. 30 seconds time. like इस पे explanation ये है, like मैं तो दिखाता हूँ. Just I'll give you some more time. Just give me 1 minute. Thank you. So which of the following regions is not seismically that active? See here, what are the zones which are present which are seismically active? I have dotted these regions. Please try to make please try to make a screenshot of all this. Why? Because see here, what are the regions which are given? Alpine Himalayan belt. Himalayan belt to pura hi hai. So obviously this can't become the answer. Done. Let's take mid-Atlantic ridge. Mid-Atlantic ridge, it's like huge. So it can't become an answer. So obviously it is Central Africa which becomes an answer, and hence option D, only 3 perfectly becomes the answer for this question. Done. So let's move into the next question. Earthquakes occur at. ये तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सा सवाल है. इसमें जो भी पिक्चर मिला है मैं तो ड्रॉ किया है जहाँ पे earthquakes हैं, तो आप पूरा समझ लीजिए. Like, try to get the answer right. What happens when we have like let me give you 20 seconds time. Try to choose the answer now. Last 10 seconds. 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Earthquake occurs at. Where do we find earthquakes? That is the most important thing which has been mentioned in this question. Earthquakes occur at divergent boundary, oceanic boundary, oceanic continental boundary, transform boundary. Already we have seen at transform boundary we have earthquakes, and also at oceanic continental boundary. Let's examine. This is ocean, this is continent. Whenever oceanic plate subducts under continental margin, this particular region would be experiencing earthquakes, and hence this is also answer. Like whenever we have oceanic plate, obviously one oceanic plate has to subduct. Let's examine. Pacific plate has subducted under Philippines plate, and hence Philippines regions would be experiencing earthquake, and hence this is the answer. Divergent plate boundary. Let's see what divergent plate boundary. I'll just explain in this manner. Like, so whenever two plates moving far away from each other, that is called as divergent plate boundary. Near to that of divergent plate boundary, also we would be finding earthquakes. Hence absolutely all the above are which are given are the perfect answers, clear, which are been explained. So let me show you what are the zones, clear. At convergent oceanic continental convergent we have earthquakes, and what else they have given? Oceanic continent. I'll show you the example of oceanic continent. Like this is oceanic continent, this is oceanic, and this is continent, and this is divergent. I'll just use the other color so that it would be very much visible to you. ये होता है like यहाँ पे oceanic continental boundary, divergent boundary, continent boundary, and also oceanic boundary. जहाँ पे भी like whatever might be the given options, all these options experiences earthquakes. Please try to understand this particular thing and try to understand these diagrams. Have marked most of the world earthquake zones over here, so try to understand this particular thing, and hence let's move into the next question. Yes. So 30 seconds time. Shallow focus earthquakes. Let's see what are shallow focus earthquakes. Clear? So whenever, let's examine, shallow focus earthquakes may occur along the transform boundary movements. Clear? So if you see, shallow focus earthquakes may occur anywhere. Hence A is perfectly right. Significant energy may be released where crustal plates slide past another. We don't know what it happens, but this is not the correct explanation. Hence A is not the correct explanation which has been given for this particular question. If you could see here what generally happens is, I'll change the color now. Yeah, this is oceanic spreading. Here you have earthquakes, plate boundary movements. This is transform boundaries. This is divergent boundaries. This is convergent boundaries. Like when plates move towards each other, convergent. When plates move away from each other, they are divergent. When plates just bypass each other, they are transform plate boundary movements. Shallow focus earthquakes may occur along transform boundary movements. This might be true, but significant energy may be released. This is not the correct explanation of assertion which is given. Hence, A is correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A is the absolute answer which you may get. Clear? So try to see this volcanic boundaries. Like this is the mid-oceanic ridge. Here a trench would be formed, a shield volcano, a stratovolcano, a trench would be formed, and an island arc would be formed. Try to visualize these things. Just pause the video and try to visualize these things so that you can easily examine what the statements are. Clear? Moving away from each other, divergent. Moving towards each other, convergent. Just bypassing each other, they are transform plate boundary movements. Next question. Yeah, the 11th question. The structure of earth can be understood by observing the passage of earthquake waves through different layers of earth. मैं नहीं जानता आंसर को, आप कमेंट कर लीजिए. Every question just make a pause or just wait for 30 seconds and please do comment it. So The structure of earth can be understood by observing the passage of earthquakes. What are earthquake waves? They are mechanical waves. They requires a medium to pass. And what should be the medium? It should be solid, liquid or gaseous. There shouldn't be vacuum. Hence absolutely this statement is true. Some type of earthquakes do not travel through liquid materials in earth layers. And this is not the perfect explanation of the assertion. Hence A is correct and R is the appropriate explanation. If you see clear, see if you see here, the primary waves passes through all the mediums, the secondary waves just bypass after the mantle, and they cross at 140, like somewhere around 103 to 105 angle, and they cross across the first rays or request like at 143 to 145 degree angle. Now the next question. The speed of tsunami waves in ocean largely depends on. सुनामी क्या होता है? लाइक आप, मैं तो दिखा नहीं सकता हूँ डायरेक्टली, सो आप सोच लीजिए सुनामी क्या होता है. जनरली ये बताऊं, लाइक सुनामी क्या होता है? लाइक दिस इज अ वेव and this is the oceanic basin, and this is the oceanic basin. If any crustal disturbance happen, and if this oceanic basin uplifts, hence the water uplifts, and they reach to the coastal area, ये होता है coastal area, and they reach to the coastal area and they hit the coastal area, this is tsunami. The harbor wave according to Japanese language is called as tsunami. अब देखो, the speed of tsunami waves depends upon distance from the source of the wave. No, distance तो कुछ मतलब ही नहीं है, क्योंकि नजदीक हो सकता है, दूर हो सकता है, like distance is not at all the reason. Density of the water, density of the water अगर कैलकुलेट हुआ तो सुनामी होता ही नहीं. नेक्स्ट, डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द मिड ओशनिक रीजन, इसका बात तो पूरा अलग है. मिड ओशनिक रीजन तो फार अवे फ्रॉम द शोर, सो सुनामीज आर द वेव्स विच हिट द शोर. सो एब्सोल्युटली सुनामी, लाइक ये तीनों ऑप्शन तो हो ही नहीं सकता. द एब्सोल्यूट आंसर इज ओशनिक डेप्थ. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, ओशनिक डेप्थ जितना ज्यादा है, लाइक जितना ज्यादा है उतना ज्यादा सुनामी वेव क्रिएट होगा. सो एब्सोल्युटली ओशनिक डेप्थ becomes the perfect answer for this particular question. Clear? So the speed of tsunami wave depends upon the oceanic depth which we have. Next, let's see, the impact of tsunami is less over the oceans and more near the coast. ये क्या क्यों होता है? लाइक सुनामी के डायग्राम तो ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकता हूँ. टाइड्स आर नॉट पावरफुल नियर द कोस्ट एज इन ओपन ओशंस. सी, आप अगर एलिमिनेट कर सकते हो, आप एलिमिनेशन मेथड को यूज करो. यहाँ पे एलिमिनेशन मेथड को यूज करो. लाइक ये स्टेटमेंट जो भी है ना, ये बिल्कुल रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट है, क्योंकि टाइड्स आर मोर पावरफुल नियर द कोस्ट. दे हैव गिवन टाइड्स आर नॉट पावरफुल नियर द कोस्ट एज इन ओपन, लाइक ओपन ओशन. दिस इज रॉन्ग. जो जा पे भी वन है वो निकाल दो. सो बच गए दो ऑप्शन. इसमें से जो चाहिए वो उसको लाइक करेक्ट आंसर मानिए और OMR शीट में लिखिए. लाइक ओनली 2 and 3, ओनली 2. वेवलेंथ ऑफ सुनामी वाटर reduces as it approaches to the coast. क्या होता है? लाइक व्हाट इज वेवलेंथ, पहले ये देख लेते हैं. लाइक क्रेस्ट एंड इसको बोलते हैं ट्रफ. क्रेस्ट एंड ट्रफ इसको बोलते हैं. फिर क्रेस्ट, डिफरेंस बिटवीन टू क्रेस्ट इज कॉल्ड एज wavelength. Difference between crust is called as wavelength. Difference between crust is called as wavelength. And the wavelength of tsunami water reduces if it approaches near to the coast. Hence wavelength reduces. Why? Because approaching near to the coast, wave height increases, and hence wave height increases, and hence wavelength reduces. This is absolutely true. Hence seismic forces are absent near the coast. Like who can say this? Like only 2 would become the option for this particular question which is present. Seismic waves might be present near to that of coast which is there. Wavelength of tsunami reduces, wave height increases as it reaches to the coast. Clear? So next question देख लेते हैं. Consider the following statement. Tsunamis grow in height when they reach the shallow water. Tides are an important driving force behind occurrence of tsunami. Most tsunamis happen in the Pacific Ocean ring of fire. Select the correct answer using the code below. क्या पता? Like तीनों में से कोई भी चूज कर लीजिए. आप जिसको चूज करना है चूज कर लीजिए. मैं तो ऑप्शन बताऊंगा नहीं, 30 सेकंड के बाद बताऊंगा. जो भी ऑप्शन है आपको 30 सेकंड के बाद मिलेगा. स्टार्ट. सुनामी का एक्सप्लेनेशन तो दिया था, बट ये पिक्चर नहीं मिल रहा मुझे. Last 5 seconds. Yes, true. Clear. मैं तो बोला था like tsunamis grow in height when they reach the surface. When you have the shallow water, obviously the tsunami height increases. This is absolutely true. Wherever you have the option 1 as negligible, cut it. Now 33% बन गया आपका ऑप्शन. Tides are an important driving force behind occurrence of tsunami. Tsunami तो ये देखेगा नहीं. Like tides कब आ रहा है तब मैं आऊंगा. Obviously this is blindly wrong statement. Wherever you find 2 as option, just cut it. Now only 2 are left. What is the perfect option? Let's check out the third one. Most tsunami happens in the Pacific Ring of Fire. So मैंने आपको दिखाया था Pacific Ring of Fire क्या होता है. Like फिर से मैं दिखाऊं. Like I'll go back. Pacific Ring of Fire. I'll just go back to the questions. ये होता है Pacific Ring of Fire. फिर से मैं क्वेश्चन से पहले लौट रहा हूँ. Like these are the regions which will experience. These are the regions which will experience the maximum earthquakes. As these regions in the central oceans, as they experience maximum earthquakes, they experience tsunami conditions. Tsunami Japanese word है, like it is nothing like a harbor wave. It is nothing like a harbor wave. Let's move into our question. Like this picture was not re-available for me, that was the reason I have moved back. So hence tsunamis grow in height. This is absolutely true. And tides क्या होता है? Like every time remember, tide is nothing but just influencing of rise of seawater. Rise and fall of seawater. Rise and fall of seawater is called as tide. जो rise होता है उसको flood बोलेंगे, जो fall होता है उसको ebb बोलेंगे. Combination of ebb and flood. Combination of ebb and flood is called as tide. Combination of ebb and flood, it is called as tide. Combination of ebb and combination of flood, it is called as tide. Just to remember, tide is nothing but rise and fall of sea level. Rise and fall of sea level is just called as tide. Rise and fall of sea level is just called as tide. And if you see, the rise is called as flood and the depending like fall in sea level is called as ebb. And when do tides occur? Maximum tides occur on new moon day and full moon day. Generally what happens, I'll just give you an explanation of what tide happens. Generally every day every ocean experiences tides, but when earth, moon and sun, when they come in confluence with the straight line, there would be combined gravitational pull. The maximum gravitational pull happens on the water. Why? Because the water has maximum percentage. That is the reason why the like water which is present that has maximum pull, and hence whenever this happens, the water tends to move to enter into continental region which is attracting towards the moon. Hence we would be having appearance of tides, and when we see this kind of tides, they are called as spring tides. And if in other case, if moon is in this direction, earth is in this direction and sun is in this direction, if these three are making a triangle on the earth's surface, hence this triangle, if it is right angle triangle, hence when they are making, then the tides which occur, they are called as neap tides. I have explained very perfectly in the session of oceanography. I'll be doing up more and more courses on the Plus platform on basis of this oceanography, where you will better understand what the concept of tide is and what are the types are. So please to attend I have done already, like I have started my course on mastering climatology. If you want to understand the concept of mastering climatology and oceanography, so please try to attend the Unacademy Plus platform. This is the only platform. This is the only platform where you can achieve civil services by sitting at your home. Clear? And let me come to this question, like this is perfectly right and this is perfectly right, the third option, and option C only 1 and 3 becomes the answer. Here explanation: earthquake, volcanism, underwater landslides, etc. are the causes for landslides. 80% of tsunamis happens in Pacific Ring of Fire. 80% of the landform, like 80% of the tsunamis which they happen in Pacific Ring of Fire. I have already shown what the Pacific Ring of Fire is. Clear? So let's move into the next question, the 30 seconds time. हर क्वेश्चन को 30 सेकंड दूंगा बस, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. आप जितना सोच सकते हो 30 सेकंड में सोचना है, ताकि आप लाइक व्हेन यू रीच द लास्ट लेक्चर, लाइक मैं ये सीरीज को 1 to 100 बना रहा हूं, like when you reach 100 lecture, right, you should be able to attempt at least 70% of UPSC questions which are given in prelims. That is the main motto which we have. So now let's see the question. Consider the following statements about tsunami. The speed of wave in the ocean depends upon the depth of water. It is more in the shallow water than in the oceanic deep. Already I have said this statement in the last question. If you see, clear, tsunamis grow in their height when they have shallow water, then obviously this statement becomes right. Then as a result of this, the impact of tsunamis is less over the oceans and more near the coast, where they cause large scale devastations. Obviously tsunamis, rather than in deep oceans, they create maximum destructions on the coast, because when they reach the wave height increases. When they reaches the wave height increases. As the wave height increases, the impounding of water increases. Hence absolutely option 2 is right. And over deep water, the tsunami has very shorter wavelength and large wave height. If you see, clear, here that like I have given the option like C, and hence C would become the option only 2. Why? Because let's examine the first question. This is absolutely right. Like if you see, the third one is absolutely right. Wherever you have 3, you can eliminate it, and only 1 or only 2 becomes correct. Let's फिर से एक बार examine कर लेते हैं, ताकि like the speed of wave in the ocean depends upon the depth of the water. Depth of the water depend नहीं होता, like depth of the ocean depend होता है. Like depth of the water, like depth of the ocean depend होता है, like depth of the water, speeder the wave. Hence this statement is absolutely false. Hence only 2 becomes the option. Only C becomes the option for this particular question which you have. Clear? So this is the 15th and last question, and I have tried my level best to give you the most approximate values of these particular things. And if you have enjoyed these lectures, and if you have enjoyed this channel on the YouTube, just click on the like button if you have enjoyed these lectures, and click on the bell button to receive on and off notifications which happen. And please do subscribe to Unacademy Studios Race channel, which is the largest channel for UPSC preparation. You will be enjoying all the lectures on this subscribe, like on Unacademy Studios Race channel. Please, if you have liked this lecture, please give a thumbs up symbol, so that I'll be more and more encouraged, and I'll be getting more and more information from you. I'll be getting more and more stuff you. Please click on the like button, and for notifications, please click on the plus button. Like, please click on the bell button, and also please subscribe to Unacademy Studios Race. Clear? Thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day. Jai Hind.